Another rainy day in Germany, and it's gonna rain all day. Need to do something. Isn't there something we could be doing right now? Maybe a gear review, go rucking, or both. Hey, you got that one hammock you're supposed to review. There we go.
How's it going, guys? I'm Randall. Welcome back to Grunt Proof. We're out in the forest today and we're talking about the DD Superlight Jungle Hammock. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you have seen this hammock in plenty of camping and adventure videos, and I've been mentioning a Grunt Proof coming out soon. So this is that video. Thank you for sticking with me. I just wanted to long-term test this one because I couldn't really do any of the typical Grunt Proof tests that I wanted to do. I've used this for about a year and a half now in all sorts of environments. So now is the time to give the actual Grunt Proof review. As you can see, this is a standalone system, meaning they give you either an under blanket or a tarp that goes on top of it. Essentially, you build yourself a cocoon and you don't even have to bring a tarp with you. Obviously, if you're trying to set up in the rain, that could cause some issues. I usually pack the system like this. So what you could do is, if you do not want to bring an extra and large tarp with you, I've actually taken their built-in tarp off. I've put it up as overhead cover to keep me a little bit dry, so I could put up the hammock, which would especially keep the hammock dry. I wasn't too worried about myself. Then I would just unclip their tarp and bring it down into the cocoon mode. As you can see, this thing is humongous. There's the size up on the screen for you. It is very large and cozy. It actually holds a decent amount of weight. Their hanging system, they actually give you very light tree huggers and a super light D-ring. The suspension are whoopee cords, whoopee slings, however you want to pronounce them. That makes it extremely easy to adjust. As far as setup time goes, this usually takes me around 10 minutes to have it totally set up and adjusted with all my sleeping gear in there, ready to bed down. As far as the tarp goes, it usually comes velcroed to the bottom and you can leave it under there. And let's say you're in an environment where you don't have trees to hang from, using the tarp as a ground sheet on it, you can actually put it down on the ground, use a couple stakes, and with their poles, you actually can make a small little shelter that is freestanding. That gives you options for basically any type of environment. The tarp can be fastened in many ways depending on what rain you're expecting. So the way I have it, on this end I have it lightly tied here, and that gives me enough coverage for most rains. If we start getting some hailstorms and sideways wind, then I would actually cinch this down a lot more. But then on this side, since I had the room, I actually brought the cord all the way out here to the existing D-ring. So you can basically hook anything you want onto this D-ring. This one shot cord right here coming off, that's the best place to hook your poles onto so they don't collapse in on you. These loops are reinforced, and I've actually done a hang test with them, haven't torn them, and you can actually use a guy line and go down to the ground if you want to stake it out. But I found that the fastest and simplest way is just to hook it right onto the bottom of your pole, and that also puts tension on it all the way around so the wind's not blowing it up on you. This thing has plenty of zippers. They are large military style zippers, and yes, they are grunt proof worthy zippers. That's one thing I bitch about in all forms of equipment that has zippers, and yes, the zippers on this are excellent. You have 4, so on each side you have a double zipper depending on where you are to get in and out of. So as you can see here, all the tension because of this pole, it kind of makes the zipper stick a little bit. but I have just manhandled it and have not ripped it yet. So that's good. So they do give you another black guy line to put in here for your ridge line for your pocket. I took that off and used it for something else. So now I use these little adjustable clip systems, and that's very handy. Plus, when I break this down, I also like to take this out because their ridgeline storage bag, I actually like to use that when I'm just in a tarp and on a sleeping mat on the ground in the winter. You also have plenty of pockets. You have 2 on each side, so plenty of storage room and pockets to go around. Now let's hop in. So I'm not going to put my muddy boots in here, but just to show you guys what we're looking at, this has got to be the largest one-man hammock I have ever slept in. So check out the room down there. Of course it's canted because I'm laying on the side, but you have so much room to lay in this thing. My feet are nowhere near the end. My head is nowhere near this end. And look at all the headspace I've got. So in bad weather, when I did not bring a tarp to put overhead and I didn't want to climb out, I've actually gotten undressed and changed and everything and did baby wipe baths inside this thing. That's how roomy it is. You know, and because it's so large, your bag up here to put stuff in, most hammocks, this kind of hangs down in front of your face and you can't tighten it enough to where it'll get away from you. This, however, even if you put a lot of stuff in there and it kind of comes over your head, it's not going to droop down in your face. I like that. You also have an extra compartment on the outside for those people who like to put small sleep mats or blankets inside their hammock. So if you are a hammock and sleep mat guy, you have a compartment to put that in so it's not sliding out from under you inside the hammock. All in all, this is an outstanding hammock system, and I say system because of all the capabilities you have with it. Because of all the functionalities, it drives the price up a bit. I think I purchased mine for just under $200. I believe it's gotten more expensive since then, because that was about 1.5 years ago. Knowing what I know about this hammock, I would definitely still purchase it. So if you're in the market for an outstanding hammock system that is extremely versatile and tough, comfy, cozy, and everything, then yeah, this would be the hammock system for you. Out of the box, it comes ready to go. So the only thing you might need to add is an under blanket. And of course, I did try the DD under blanket with this system and it works perfectly. There's many ways to attach it to this system, but they are designed to work together, so it's very easy. I've also used this one with many other under blanket systems as well and have had no problems. As far as summer and spring sleeping goes, this thing is extremely breathable. It's late June right now, and just laying here, I can still feel a breeze coming through on my back. So even on a cool summer night, you might still need a light under blanket or something else thicker under you. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think about it down below. As far as the grunt proof verdict goes, the DD Superlight Jungle Hammock is definitely grunt proof. Good job, guys. There hasn't been a DD product I haven't liked so far. I will continue to test more of their stuff. If there's something specific you would like to see me test, let me know down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until the next video, I will see you guys in the outdoors. Take care of yourselves.